Hello and welcome to the Authentic Wednesday podcast. Each week, my guest and I share our vulnerable behind-the-scenes stories of giving ourselves permission to take off our masks, let go of our expectations, and embrace our own path of freedom and authentic connection. I'm your host, Bianca Hughes, a lover of authenticity and a licensed professional counselor in Georgia. Hello and welcome to the Authentic Wednesday podcast. This is your host, Bianca Hughes. This is a quick reminder that the Authentic Wednesday podcast is on a podcast pause. I mentioned it in the episode last week, but I just wanted to remind you guys. I mentioned last week, if you were, just imagine you're watching a video or you're listening to music and it's playing or you're watching it and then you press pause because you had to go away and do something. And that is exactly what I'm doing. The podcast is still here. I said it last week. This is a great time for you guys to catch up if you are new to the podcast and catch up on all the episodes you haven't listened to. If you have listened to them all, take some time out, share them with your friends, go back and listen, take some notes, some takeaways. I'll still be here. I'm just doing stuff in the background and just doing some great self-care and getting more content and things ready for you guys. I want to come back refreshed and doing what I love. I have mentioned to so many people that the podcast is like my baby. I love it and I really need to put it into childcare and take some care of it and love on my podcast. And so I am putting on a podcast pause. A couple of episodes that I want to share with you guys that have been the top episode in no specific order in terms of how well it done. So the first one is actually episode 1, and that is with Keisha Reaves, and that's welcoming authenticity in your 30s. Another top podcast is episode 16, and that's with Dr. Key, and that's called Vulnerability Set Me Free. And the last one is with Dwayne Nosworthy, and that is episode 26, and that is Authentically Loving with Intention. And then those are the ones with guests. And then the ones that were just with me, some of the top ones were episode number 2, Embracing Unexpected Adjustments, episode 20, The Painful Struggle of Perfectionism, and then episode 23, Over-Consuming Information. So those are some of the top episodes that have been going in that some people have just been listening to a lot and sharing a lot on the podcast. Please don't forget to review the podcast, share it with your friends, take pictures, tag me on Instagram with the Authentic Wednesday podcast, and I will be back. I plan to be back. I will be back. Right now, I'm planning to be back on the 1st of July, which is how cool is that? That the 1st of July is a Wednesday. But I did mention in the last podcast, life happens. So if I'm not back on Wednesday, the 1st of July, that's because life has happened. But I'm definitely planning to come back. Love you guys. Like I said, please keep sharing the podcast, sharing your takeaways, tag us, and make sure you share this with family and with friends and just review it and listen to it. Again, thank you so much. If you connected with what you just heard, please subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. You can stay connected by following our Instagram, Authentic Wednesday Podcast, and visiting our website, authenticwednesday.com. Remember, authenticity is a journey, not a destination.